Oh, uh-oh. The top of my head is not in this. I need to fix that. No, that didn't raise anything. Let's see. This one will raise it. And my glasses look cloudy. Sorry about that. I should have gotten myself together before I turned on the camera. Oh, well, it is what it is. Let's try this again. Oh, that's so much better. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Fat Lady Knits. And who am I? oh, ah, update, right? Do you know, after searching the house for the insurance information to get my dental work done, what happened? I called the dentist's office, prepared to do battle with that teenager answering the phone. And guess what? The dentist answered, asked me what was my name, told me when was the last date I was there. Okay? Told me what he thinks is wrong and promptly made an appointment. And just before he hung up, he said to me, "Oh, you still have the same insurance?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Okay, I'll see you then," and hung up. Just thank God and leave it alone. Okay? So, how are you? I hope you're well. I am going to try and keep my head in the frame. Hopefully, nothing will fall so I don't have to go this way or that way. Ah, what has been going on? Update. I still have not gotten pink from the avocado skins or the avocado peels. Maybe I'll mix them together and see what shade of brown or beige I get. Which reminds me, the two beige scarves that are going to be used as head wraps were a hit. They've been delivered to the person. She liked the one with the hint of blue in it best, and then the plain one. And there's more about scarves later, but I just wanted to share that with you. And what else do I need to update? Oh, yes. Remember these? I finally remembered when I was doing laundry to wash them. They are significantly softer than when you just buy them. But this stuff is still tough. And I realized the way they make this with nylon, these are plenty stretchy. So I think in future, I'm going to try to make my socks, I'm only going to put Lycra in the cuff and in the heel. And I'll test it on some people and have them tell me what they think. Because look, it's plenty stretchy. So why should I be adding Lycra through the whole body? Especially when I notice it scrunches up. I don't want that. So, okay. And just in case you don't know, this is not a sock episode. So if you're here because of the socks, not this one, probably next one, because I am way behind. You know, way behind? Wow. Now, I think those are my updates. Well, kind of, sort of. What did I work on this week? Well, because the head wraps were a hit, but it was pointed out to me that as they're acrylic, they're really too warm for this time of the year. And so I have a request in now for a scarf that can be used as a head wrap in cotton. And at the rate I'm letting my hair grow, I might need a head wrap myself. It is so interesting. In this family, the majority of people have masses of hair, but none of us have hair. Not one of us. It's a really interesting hair pattern, but none of us. So that when you see one of us, you see none of us have hair. That is so strange, but it is what it is. And so, head wraps, getting back to head wraps or scarves, however you see it, I pulled out my cotton. We know I'm the string queen, so there's always a string hanging. I pull out my cotton. This is Sibelia cotton, and this is a number 20. And what I did was I knitted on the flatbed with ribber 40 rows are at no or 40 rows at different tension. So the tension here where my finger is a 0. Then I moved on to tension 1. Then I moved on to tension 2. And then I moved on to tension 3. And as you can see, then tension 4, then tension 5. And as you can see, the higher the tension number, the bigger the stitch size, so the more you can see through the yarn. I really like the 0, but I gotta tell you, this 0 tension is making me kind of nervous. I love it. It has a nice tight weave, because look at that. It looks really nice. It looks better in person. I can see all the holes when I hold it up to the camera. But when it's in front of you, it looks as though it's fuller. It really does. But I'm kind of nervous because this is 40 stitches. And I'm going to need the scarf to be at least a minimum of 8.5 inches wide. 40 stitches. So the machine has 200 stitches. 40. You can see why I never passed math class. 40 stitches, so at 200, that's 5. So that's, and this is about 2 inches. So 2 times 5, so that would be, if I use the full bed, that would be 10 inches. Okay, so I should be all right, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, 40 stitches, this is really, really narrow. But I would have to use the entire needle bed, all 200 needles in order, no, that would give me 10. So you would use less than that. I could use, that would give me, I don't want 10, I want 8.5. So that should be all right. But I gotta tell you, you probably won't see the finished product, because as soon as it's done, it will be picked up. I'll try and remember to take a picture. And I use the Sibelia number 20. You know why? I have some Sibelia. Oh, this is more 20. Very good. I have some 10 and I have some 30. And here's my thinking. 10, it's a cotton. It would be really, really heavy, because we're talking about a scarf that would be between 68 and 70 something, 72, 75 inches long. And we know cotton is heavier than some of the more lightweight yarns. So I decided I'm going to go with the 20. It's thinner. I'm worried that it would break on the machine, because the 10 is really sturdy. And I'm definitely not going to use the 30. At least I don't think so, because with the 30, the machine might break that and chew that yarn up really, really quickly. But we'll have to see. As they say, thoughts and please. Okay, so that's going to be the scarf. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, so let me put that there. That's going to be my project that I work on this coming week. Okay, now what else? Oh, before I go on to what else I've been doing, let me tell you, I was so ticked off this week. I realized I haven't used these machines in a really long time. So I went on eBay. Why did I do that? I haven't been on eBay in years. Which reminds me, flatbed knitting machines are back in style. I went on eBay and I was absolutely astounded. Machines I picked up a couple of years ago for $99 are selling for $400, $500, $600, more than $1,000. And I'm like, wait a minute, brother stopped making these machines in 2012. Even if there was inventory left over till 2013. That's at least 10 years ago. Why would you spend so much money on a machine that, especially the electronic ones, like the Brother KH910, the electronics in that machine are 30 or more years old. Unless you're an electrician or someone in your family is an electrician and you know about soldering and changing fuses, why would you bother? I don't get it. But I'm just glad I acquired all these machines when they were dirt cheap. I even got an email from Angelica's Yarn asking me if I wanted to buy the Silver Reed, what's that, the LK 150? And I'm like, no, I have machines that do so much more than that machine. No. Plus, I already have one. I have the Brother KH341, which is a plastic machine, and it's 4.5 mm though, because I believe the LK150 is closer to a bulky than to a 4.5. I could be wrong, don't quote me. And I have two toy machines up there that are plastic. I bought them. I have never opened the box. I am hoping to one day have a house where I can have a room as big as all the walls I'm looking at now, so I can set up all of my machines. Circular sock, flatbed knitting machines and ribber, sewing machines, even though we know I'm not likely to sew, just to have them all up so that if I ever feel like working on one of them, it's right there. I don't have to take anything off a shelf. I don't have to go digging for things. Okay? So as I was saying, I realized I needed some needles for my machines. So the first thing I did was go and buy some needles for the bulky. And I am ticked off. The person has an ad on eBay with pictures showing you brand new needles. These are not new. These are used needles. They still have the oil. They have scratches on them so you can see that a carriage went over them. That really, really ticked me off. And eBay then sends me a notice for me to review these needles. I have nothing good to say. They may work, but these are used needles. If you're gonna sell used needles, say so. It's like when you go on and they tell you, Brother knitting machine, brand new in the box, never used. Brother stopped selling those machines at least 10 years ago. Yes, there's some machines that have never been used, but what are the chances that that's the one they're selling? So this really, really ticks me off. And I will not go shopping on eBay again. Unfortunately, I ordered 2 other sets of needles. I'm hoping they're from different people, so I don't have this. Lesson learned. Okay? The other thing, I don't see it in front of me. Where is that? If I find it, I will show you. I ordered some doubled eye needles so you can transfer stitches from the main bed to the ribber. And they came from a seller I promised myself I would never ever buy from again, because he did a Kickstarter and he basically ripped all of us off. We gave money and got nothing in return. Some people who did get something got garbage. But what he did, because I looked at the ad, his name is nowhere in there. What he did was he used his initials. Okay? And it's only when, and they call it a bodkin, when that double eye transfer tool showed up that I was like, wait a minute. This is, yes, it's him. As I said, lesson learned, I will stay off eBay for my knitting machine supplies. I'm going to look for a supplier that's somewhere in the US or even the UK. I'm not buying anything. eBay, God bless you. I wish you well, but I'm done with that. Okay? And I have some more to go on about, but for once, I'm going to stay under my 15 minutes and I'll record another episode. Because I noticed I should always have an episode in reserve and I never do. But this time, Well, actually, it's after midnight right now. I'll record another episode during the week, but we made our 15 minutes today. Good to see you. Catch you soon. Bye.